Hey guys, thanks for joining me for another Dokkan battle video, and today we are going to do a dual showcase on these two LR Trunkses that just got their ECAs. So we're going to take a look at this physical Trunks, and then we're going to look at the AGL Prime Battle Trunks as well. The reason why I'm doing a dual showcase here is because they both are actually like each other's best linking partner. So I figure I'm going to run them on rotation anyways, and might as well showcase both of them, right? So the physical Trunks now has a 4-key 120% physical leader skill. You're only really going to use this in Ultimate Clash or Battlefield, so that's pretty much where you're going to use that. His super attack effect, he does colossal damage and raises defense by 30% for 6 turns. So that's pretty notable to have a 6-turn defensive buff. And then on his 18 key, he does Mega Colossal and then 30% defense buff for 6 turns. So that's very good. I do like that defense buff. We'll see what his defense is kind of looking like in game to see how significant that's going to be, right? And then his passive, he gets attack 150 and defense 100 at the start of turn. He gets 3 key and additional attack plus 50 when attacking extreme class enemies. So in this video, we're going to see him go against super class and extreme, and we'll kind of note the differences. And then he has a high chance of performing a crit, which is good. So that tells me you want to go all additionals on this guy because he has crit built in. And he gets an additional key plus 5, and he does a crit when there is a Wicked Bloodline enemy. In this particular stage, I don't think we're going to see any Wicked Bloodline enemies, so we won't really see that go off. Honestly, that's not that good of a skill there because Wicked Bloodline just isn't very common. Now, if they come out with like a legendary Frieza event or something, I suppose there is in Epic Battles that has like Frieza at the end, so there he could be kind of cool to use that effect in, right? So that could be a cool place to take this Trunks, but for the most part, it's not something you're going to see very often for that part of the skill, right? And then this Trunks here, he is actually max links. So this Trunks will be at max links. The other one will not. But he's very high. I've link leveled both of them. So let's go ahead and take a look at the AGL Trunks. So this is the other Trunks we're going to run on rotation. He is a Future Saga 130 leader. He raises defense for 1 turn and does Colossal. And then on his 18 key, he massively raises attack. So that's a little bit different. So the 18, you're getting the attack raise. On his 12 keys, getting the defense raise. So additionals wouldn't be the worst because then you could get the attack raise on the 18 and then still get a defense raise. Getting a defense raise is so important on units these days. Defense, honestly, is like a million times more important than attack. Because if you get just one shot out of every event, it doesn't matter how high you attack, right? So yeah, that's very good. He does Mega Colossal there. And then on his passive, he has attack and defense 40%, plus an additional attack and defense 40% while performing a super. He gets key plus 3 when facing one enemy, and he has key plus 8 and attack and defense 40% when facing 2 or more. So this guy almost is built for Super Battle Road, which is why in this showcase we are going to take on Extreme Super Battle Road. And then he gets an additional key 3 and attack and defense 40% for the rest of the battle after delivering a final blow. So we're hopefully going to be able to at least finish off an enemy with this guy and then see that buff as well. So the problem is like, let's say you're facing 2 enemies, right? So you're going to kill one enemy and get the attack and defense 40 for doing the final blow, but then you're going to lose the other attack and defense 40 for facing 2 or more. So it's basically just going to replace it so you don't lose out. The time when he's going to look his best is if there's 3 enemies, you take out 1, 3 or more, you take out 1 and then still have multiple enemies left to have his attack looking really good, right? On this guy, I did kind of balance the additionals and crits on him. Gave him a few equips, and there he is, like 7s, 8s, 9s, 4 links, so he's fairly highly link leveled, right? And of course, we're running a hybrid Saiyans build with just a bunch of supports floating around. So, right here's pretty good turn. We've got multiple enemies. I think I am going to go AGL Trunks right away in slot 1. Let's grab this. And then, what's our defenses looking like? So, 159k for the AGL one and 163 for the physical one. The physical one is kind of exciting because he's going to get a 30% defense raise for 6 turns. The AGL one, I think it's a 40% defense raise on Super. Yep. So they're both going to get defense on Super. So after Super, they're both going to be over 200k, which is okay. The problem is like on Global, we're getting these after we know the red zone exists. And I can guarantee you this, neither of these units are going to have defense to handle the red zone. I think for maybe a legendary event, you know, definitely like Super Battle Road, some of this hard content, you can get away with it. But in red zone, I don't know that you're going to get away with that kind of defense. But we'll see. We'll see. So sure, let's have this Trunks go after Shugesh. I honestly just want to play it safe here. So let's just do like a Nurse Chi-Chi. I don't want to like go and die turn 1. This is Extreme Super Battle Road, so like they're gonna hit pretty darn hard in here. So even with a Nurse Chi-Chi, I mean, I doubt we would take damage with a Nurse Chi-Chi, but all right. So 4.69, I'll take that. This is no support, by the way. So almost a 5 mil attack stat. That's not bad for this guy. Now that is against multiple enemies, and we took out an enemy, so we got the 1 shot. So that's very good. And then about 4 mil for this Trunks. Okay. I'm going to be curious to see how the Prime Battle Trunks is looking next turn. We're going to try to make it a point to not kill too many enemies off here. We still want to be facing multiple enemies next turn. So I'm going to make it a point to leave Shugesh alive there on the end. And then maybe, like, let's attack Bardock a little bit because he's going to be pretty tanky. So let's go ahead. Sure, we'll just leave the turn as is. And let's just beat up on Bardock a little bit and get his HP down. Let's do this. Let's not do Nurse Chi-Chi. Let's just Ghost Usher this turn. Once again, I'm not like going to test the waters defensively here. I just wanted... Oh, shoot, I attacked Shugesh. Oh, of course. Well, it's fine. We're still going to have 3 enemies. Not a big deal. We're all good. I just really wanted to see, like, especially for Prime Battle Trunks, I really wanted to see him in, like, Extreme Super Battle Road, just that type of situation, right? Just with the multiple enemies, seeing how much damage he's doing. So Prime Battle Trunks, we're definitely going to make him a focus on the next turn because he has killed an enemy, so he's getting an additional 40% on top of what he had, and he's still going to get the 40%. He's still going to get the 40% for having multiple enemies out, right? So, all right. We definitely got to see this here. I mean, I do want all that physical orbs for physical Trunks. Maybe, okay, physical Trunks, I mean, there's no way he's going to take out 2 characters. So sure, we'll let physical Trunks go first because we're getting a big fat 24 key. Keep in mind, this is still like a non-supported turn, right? So let's go ahead and do that. What's our defense looking like? Because physical Trunks, yeah, 212k now that he got the 30%. He's going to get another 30%. AGL Trunks at 223k defense, and that's because of that extra 40% for killing an enemy. So right now, they're both sitting neck and neck. Just keep in mind that AGL Trunks, it's going to be less typical that you see this. Like, you have to use him in Super Battle Road type situations to get this, right? Sure, let's Nurse Chi-Chi again. That's fine. Do some nice damage here. Why not? All right, let's see what's happening here. Now, keep in mind, physical Trunks isn't attacking extreme, so he's got a little bit more damage on the table as well. All right, so yeah, 4.4. I mean, these attack stats are decent, right? The problem is, once again, JP has had like crazy power creep. Yeah, 6 mil. I mean, I'll take that 6 mil, but look what we had to do to get it, right? You have to be in such a specific situation that we had multiple enemies. We took one out. We still have multiple enemies, right? There's not a lot of events where that's going to happen and be relevant. So once again, that's very much a showcase number. I don't think you're going to be seeing that 6+ mil, 7 mil attack stat very often, right? So let's go ahead and, yeah, we're going to leave these 2 as a rotation. I think I'm okay here just trying this turn without items. I mean, I should have put Tech Ultimate Gohan in the front, not going to lie, but we'll see what happens. I doubt that, like, Gohan would just get one shot out of here, right? No, I think we're going to be fine. He's getting his attack off now, 3.3. Okay. So we'll go into the next fight. Now, in the next fight, we are going to be fighting extreme enemies, so I'm hoping we can showcase physical Trunks a little bit more and kind of see what he's looking like against physical enemies in there. But yeah, I mean, these Trunkses are good, right? Like, they're super good, super solid. It's just when you're looking ahead to what's coming, they get power crept pretty darn quick. This is why I'm a proponent of get Global and JP on the same schedule. Because if we got these Trunkses when JP did, there would have been a little bit more time to like use them and be hype about them. But they're basically already like power crept. But yeah, these defensive numbers, like physical Trunks, he can build up a little bit with that 6th turn. I'm actually really liking the way physical Trunks is looking right here. 313k defense, that's actually decent. Still has another 30% coming on super. So physical Trunks looking pretty good. AGL Trunks also looking good, but once again, the situation is so specific for him. I mean, since we're still going to be getting the thing, yeah, let's see if he can take out Bardock for us here. We'll try this turn without items, see what happens. You can see physical Trunks here can struggle for key a little bit, so not getting the 24 key here either, or the 18, I should say. Let's see what happens. All right, what are we going to take here for damage? Okay, 94k, that's not bad. Wow, 7.5. Yeah, I mean, this Trunks is hitting good. Like, I mean, for Super Battle Road, that AGL Trunks is really good. And I think we all knew he was going to be because the way he was built before his EZA, he was kind of a Super Battle Road unit. It was just all built on flat passive. But yeah, he's looking good here. I do like him for Super Battle Road for sure. And especially if you're like a newer player or a player that hasn't beaten this yet, like you grind out this Trunks, like he's a W, man. Like he's very good to help you beat the stage. All right, so here we've got multiple enemies again and all extreme class, which is very good. We're gonna actually float off AGL Gohan now because then we can get him as a floating, like really good defensive support, right? So let's do that, and we'll just leave these two Gohans together. Do I dare just let these Gohans kind of sit? Here's the thing too, because we're in Super Battle Road, Physical Trunks' defense stacking has reset at this point. Here, let's just use a King Yama. We got to play things a little bit safe here. So, Physical Trunks' defense isn't going to look like everything resets now, right? So, Physical Trunks, I definitely like sometime, I don't know if I'll do it in this video, but like sometime on my own, I do want to take him into a long event and see what his defense, but like that Trunks is getting like, he seems like he's going to be getting to 350, 400k before Super. That's really good. Like, I'm pretty impressed with that Physical Trunks. And he's a unit that I like and that I want to use. So, I mean, the fact I got a Rainbow to full level 10 Link should say something, right? So, kind of excited to maybe use him a little bit more. Because hybrids, I mean, hybrids are getting buffed every 2 seconds, right? But yeah, they've got some really good units. I think that's probably the biggest downfall for that Physical Trunks, right? Is that he's a hybrid Saiyan and there's just so much competition for that. If he were, say, I think for Future Saga, though, like, Future Saga needs it, like, that's really, really good. I mean, he is on Future Saga, right? Am I crazy? Yeah, Future Saga. Like, Time Travelers, he's a decent buff for, right? Android Cell Saga, Bond of Master. Yeah, Entrusted Will, Bond of Master Disciple. There's some very good teams that can use him, right? So, outside of hybrids, some really good spots that you might want to use him. All right, so now that we've reset, he's back to about 200k defense. We've got support now as well. So let's go ahead and focus on this Physical Trunks because now we're getting an extra 50% buff here. So let's go ahead and go after Raditz here. He should be getting an extra 50% attack because we're fighting Extreme. What do I want to do here just to make sure we don't die? Let's just King Yama again. That's fine. And then AGL, sure, we'll just do that. And that's fine, we'll miss there. All right, let's see what happens. And who knows, AGL Trunks maybe will take out Raditz. Okay, yeah, good thing we used the item there. Yeah, definitely good thing we used the item there. Taking double supers. Okay. All right, yeah, so 6 mil. So now we're talking, right? You start going against an extreme enemy. This Trunks looking good. Oh, I was kind of hoping he wouldn't take him out there. I wasn't sure how weak they would be. And then 3.4 on the additional. Yeah, I'm actually really happy with this Physical Trunks. Like, he doesn't get talked about very much. And then this guy at 5.5. These are good numbers, right? They're not bad. These Trunkses definitely have some uses. Like, I definitely wouldn't say I'm, like, underwhelmed with them. I'm actually kind of impressed with the physical one. I would say that they're both actually doing a little bit better than I was expecting, just based on, like, how much I've been hearing about them. Like, it feels like forever since they came out on JP, right? It realistically wasn't that long ago, but when you're so into Dokkan, right, and like a player like me, I'm always constantly keeping up to date with like JP, Global, everything's going on. Like a week or 2 weeks can seem like an eon sometimes. So like it does seem like it's been forever. It's only been probably what, a couple months or something since they came out, maybe a few months, but like so much happens in Dokkan, and when you're like a YouTuber, you're constantly covering everything. Like everything happens so quick, and things just get power crept and whatever. They're definitely not as impressive as they would have been had we gotten them right away. But I'm happy with what I'm seeing here for sure. I'm a fan of this Physical Trunks and the AGL one. I think they both have some good uses. Okay, so what do we look at? Yeah, look at 336k defense. Like, I'll take that. I'll definitely take that. And we've got Nappa stunned out. So yeah, let's just freely attack here. Oh, I suppose Gohan is heavily enhancing that, right? Because he's like a 58% defensive support there. So yeah, Gohan is like imploding the defense. And then yeah, 5 mil. Like, sure. These are good attack stats. I mean, definitely way better than he was, right? And he's an old LR that a lot of people might have already had. So Definitely, and his EZA event actually was fairly easy. So he's a pretty easy LR EZA to get done, I would say. Some of the LR EZAs have actually been quite difficult, but Trunks's was not bad at all. I almost could have auto battled it if I wanted to, but wasn't that bad. Actually, I don't even think they let you auto battle in there. I would have to double check. Maybe they do. I don't remember. Okay, and then Gohan. Sure, let's just do this and attack through. I mean, I think we can basically end the showcase there. We got a pretty good look at them. They're consistently over 4 mil attacks that you get them in their better situations, and then they're 6 to 7 mil plus, which is really good. I think the thing I'm most impressed with is actually physical Trunks' defense. I wasn't expecting it to be that good, but I could potentially see physical Trunks being good in the red zone, especially because red zone you have a ton of extreme class enemies, so like you're always going to be getting that buff. I mean, you get him the 400k defense. I think in red zone, that's good enough to at least defend you against normals, which is really all you can ask for in there, because there's hardly any units that can actually tank a super in there, and you just need to be on a 200% leader skill where you have all the health, right? Trunks, I don't believe, is on a 200% leader skill yet, but he will be. I feel like Hybrids is a team that, you know, quite soon will probably get a 200% leader skill, right? So anyways, let me know what you think of these LR Trunks EZAs. I think they're both really good. Thanks for watching. We'll catch y'all on the next one.